Hi, welcome back to the Premier League show. We're going to talk Liverpool now, and their poor season continued last night when they were beaten 2-0 by PSG in the Champions League. So, going to get Dean's thoughts on that in just a moment. But first, let's hear what Tim Sherwood said earlier on whether they have any chance of turning that tie around.
On the evidence of last night, you give them absolutely zero chance. The only hope they've got is it's Anfield, and we keep talking about it. Now, I've tried to have a look back at how many times at Anfield they really have turned it around. Is a little bit of a myth. I mean, Anfield, I played there. It's a magnificent stadium, and when they get behind you, it can help. But if the other team's so superior to you, I mean, the Barcelona one in recent history is the one that stands out, which, against all odds, they turned it around. But this side is different.
Dean, do you think that the Anfield factor is a bit of a myth, as Tim was saying there?
No, it's a special place to play. It's intimidating when it's at its best.
It's loud.
It's just, it doesn't feel like I've seen it enough, certainly over the last season. Too many times I've worked on games at Anfield and it's just not been there. The disconnect has been there between the supporters and the manager. That's grown. And even the way the team's been playing, the supporters haven't connected to that at all. So there hasn't been the energy that you expect, because the crowd the energy from the crowd is there, but it's not been matched with what's been on the pitch. And when that does connect, that's when there can be the really special nights at Anfield. But I just haven't seen both of those connect. You know, what I've seen on the pitch, the energy, the belief, it isn't there, and that's why I give them very little chance to turn that tie around, because the gulf was so massive last night between the two teams, and I don't see that energy being built by the team in the second leg for that to be turned around, and that's the big question I think that probably surrounds the manager, is more about that than anything else.
So interesting that you've noticed that working at the games, and the players must be noticing that energy's not there as well then, and that, maybe feeding into their confidence too.
Well, too many players haven't been at the level we've expected of them, and there has to be a reason for that. It's not just that all of a sudden overnight a few of them have got old. That just isn't, it's just not the case. Something isn't right at the club. Of course, we have to take into consideration, a very, very difficult summer for everybody.